Alright, I think we're up. Hey everybody, welcome aboard. Captain Mike here. Well, I'm going to run the return flight that I ran earlier today in X-Plane 12. Saudia Flight 1469 from King Khalid to Prince Mohammad. I was missing ATC and SayIntentions, so they should be back into place. And hopefully we're going to have another good run. I just wanted to run the day flight because I want to take a look at flickers and I want to take a look at any turns to see if there's any type of off-sync going on. It seemed better than X-Plane 10, no doubt about it. So I'm hoping that it's going to withhold the stand of time now. Hey, Forget Gaming, how's it going? Welcome. You just caught me on the way out. Alright, so this Saudi flight, 1469, in the real world, they did this in an hour and 41 minutes. We're going to see just how close we can come to that. And the aircraft's cold and dark. You should have the load data sheet. Let me give you the CDU as well. And let me have the load data sheet, and let's get going. And like I said, the aircraft's cold and dark. I just got in here with the paperwork, so... Alright, DC battery selected to bat. DC battery switch is on guarded. Standby power is auto guarded. Alternate flaps are off guarded. Fuel pump switches are off. Wipers are set to park. Hydraulic pumps, electric 2 and 1 are off. Landing gears down. We've got 3 green on the overhead. Weather radar to test. Master caution reset. Let's fold in out test. And overheat fire test. Alright, ground power is available. Let's get on ground. We'll confirm with the AC selector. And let's get set for unconditioned there right now. Galley power is on. The IRS selectors. Let's get those aligned. Emergency exit lights are armed. And let's just cycle that trim air switch. Alright, let's enter our present position. And we are at OERK. And you can see what's in the database for OERK, and what the IRS is picking up is pretty close, so we don't have an issue with that. Alright, we're going to need some pressure here for the brakes. Flaps are up, and showing up. And let's get the position lights on. Let's get some brake pressure in here. That pressure's in the green. Alright, we're good. Alright, that takes care of the originator flight. Let's move on to the pre-flight. And gain green. How's it going? Yeah, I've been pretty good. I hope you've been having a good day. Oh, you're studying, huh? Nice. Hey, Alex, how's it going? Yeah, we're going to get to cruise shortly. And this is X-Plane. I don't usually run X-Plane during the daytime, but I want to check the networking. A few things I want to take a look at. So, and there's 2 extra items that now should be working. So, after this, we'll go to 2020. All right, let's start with the pre-flight. Leading edge devices test. Service at the phone is off. Reversers are extinguished. EEC switches are unguarded. Crew oxygen is 12,000. Passenger oxygen is normal guarded. Flight recorder test. Mach speed 1 and 2 test. Too early for stall warning. We'll come back to that. 3 green on the landing gear. PSCU is out. Oxygen flow. Hey, Guto, how's it going? And let's check our lights. Hope none of them are burnt out. I'm maintenance, so. Hey, look at that brake pressure. Almost gone already. It's like we have a leak or something. Alright, that's all good. Alright, flight controls A and B are on guarded, alternate flaps are off guarded, spoilers A and B are on guarded, your dampers on, VHF is normal, IRS is normal, FMC is normal, source selector is auto, control panel is normal, fuel temp is fine, cross-feed check. AC/DC panel is set, equipment cooling supply and exhaust is normal, emergency exit lights are on, no smoke and seatbelt sign is on. Window heat's on, let's run the overheat test and the TAT test. Wing and engine anti-ice are off, and brake pressure's back in the green now. Let's see how long it lasts. Alright, electric, hydraulic pumps 2 and 1 are off, 3 entranceways are open. Test, test, test on the flight data recorder. Pressurization panel is zeroed out. Temperature is fine. And let's reset the master caution. Overheat test. Master air conditioning and wing body. Very good. We are set for unconditioned air. Today's ride is 30,000. Alright, and let's check the outflow valve. Alright, and our lights are good. Let's use the left igniter for this ride. Alright, let's do ATIS clearance and then program the flight management computer. ATIS is 127.15.
Transition level 135. Arriving and departing runways 15.
Alright, what do we have here?
3 right, 3 left, 5 right.
Yeah, we're using 15 right on the way out.
And if flight following is requested.
Temperature is 11. QNH is 1016.
Advise on initial contact you have information with that.
And we have Quebec, okay.
King Khalid International Airport.
35.
03000.
Okay.
Have okay. Temperature 11. Dew point -9er. QNH 1016. Density altitude 1900 feet. Transition.
Nice. A3, the A330? Yeah. Hey, the graphics in 2020 are beautiful.
33 right, 33 left.
Okay, and let's see. Clearance is 121.7.
And if flight
Right.
following is requested, read.
King Khalid clearance. Good morning. Saudi 1469. Looking for IFR clearance to Prince Mohammad. We have Quebec. Almost forgot where we were going. Whoa! Oh man! Too many cups of coffee for her. Holy crap! She's screaming into the mic, man. Oh, jeez.
Saudia 1469er. King Khalid.
Wow.
Information Quebec is current. Cleared to Prince Mohammad via the Ivan 1 Bravo departure. Then is filed. Departure runway 15 right. Initial climb to 6,000. Departure on 119.75 slot 3562.
Cleared to Prince Mohammad via the Havana 1B departure, then is filed. Departure runway is 15 right, initial climb to 6,000, departure on 119.75, squawk 3562 for Saudi 1469. Alright, 3562, we're cleared up to 6.
Saudia 1469er. Read back correct. Contact ground on 121.6.
Alright, let me just put that in here.
Short instructions. Advise on initial.
Okay. I don't know why it's picking up that radio. Turn that off. Alright, and let's see. What'd she say? Ground is what? 121.6. Okay. Alright, let's get the flight management computer program. You should have the load data sheet. You've got the CDU. So let's get going. Alright, out. OERK to OEMA. I think I'm going to have to lower that volume down on that. This is a brand new install of SayIntentions, so I'm going to have to work that out now. SEA. SVA 1469. Right, and what do we say? 15 right on the way out? And they gave us the Avant Up 1B, right? And that was the 1B. And I can't even give you that. Let me give you that right there. 15 right, Avant 1B. And on the arrival, we've got ISEP 1B. 1E. Alright, and we are doing 18 on the way in, and was, I believe that was 465 on the way in. Let's have a look at that. And let's see. DER 15 Robert. 903, 908, 923, 928, 935, 960 Vono. And then we have GID, GID, UV, IT, and LIX. Kerdu. Dio. Damuel.
Yes, in fact, I was going to suggest runway 7 with circulation.
Right. Yep. Right, X. Okay. Right, BOTIK. And that's going to be 2443.5. That's the one I want. And then from there we're into ITSEP. And then 413. Orlig. 460, 462, 463, 465. And then we're on our way in. And then that's going to be the approach. So let's go take a look at some charts now. Let me give you charts.
Okay, pushback and start approved, the being model 130.
And let me have charts. And we are OERK, okay, and the SID. We said we had Ivon UP.
Okay, I understand you want us, was that being 127, correct?
1B.
Okay.
It's the one we have. Let's have a peek. It's all down here as well. But you'll be able to see it here. Okay, and we are going RK 903, 230 above 3,000. That is correct. Then we're going to 908, 908, 230 knots or below. That's in. 923. Oh, wait a minute. Did I miss one here? 908. Really? Do I have the right one in here? I don't think I do. What did I say we had in here? God, I can't. I need old man glasses. And I said 1B. That's 1C. 1D. 1B. That's the one I want. They're getting harder and harder to see here. Now, what did I have in here? I screwed something up in here. 903, 908. No, maybe I did not. Alright, 903. 230 at 3, it's the same. 908. And that's 230, that's the same. 923, 250 at 10. 928. Above 13. Alright, that's 250 above 10. I mean, 250 or below. 928. 935 to 960. We need to be above 16. And then Iona, or Ioview, however you pronounce it. Alright, that takes care of that. Let's take a look at the back end here. Right, MA, and we've got it's set B1B. E. Right, let's take a look at this coming in. I think we're coming in from Ilanu. Oh, we're coming in at ITSEP. Alright, ITSEP 230. Above 16. 230 below 12. Orlig, 230 or below, above 8. Max 460, 210 above 8. Alright. Then we're out to 462. 210 above 64. 463. 210. 65. Below, and that looks good. And 415, 210, 64, and then from there we're going to pick up. From there we're going to pick up. So you got 415, and then 417. We're on our way in. And then we have the hold at 6 on the mist. Yep, that looks pretty good. Alright, let's make sure we don't have any discons in here. And that looks pretty good. Alright, let me give you the low data sheet now. And let me look at the same thing here. Let's get our weight, fuel, and all that stuff. Alright. Yeah, what do we have here? Block fuel is 18.5. Payload is 32. Gives us a zero fuel weight of 127. Alright. Let's bring that up there. Get that ready. And let me give you low data sheet. Let me give you the electronic flight bag. And I'm going to lose YouTube here for a second. I'll be right back. Yeah, I'm getting this ride in late. But X-Plane 12 should be up to date with Windows 11. And then after this, I'll work on 2020. Most of it should be done. And weight, fuel, and balance, payload. Alright, so the fuel this ride I said was 18.5. our payload is 32.0. Alright, that should give us a zero fuel weight of 127. Okay, and 26.1 on the CG, right? So let me give you back the load data sheet. Let me grab the same thing. And let's go back to the CDU now. Zero fuel weight was 127. Our final reserve is going to be, for this ride, 60.99, so 6.1. Cost index for this ride is 35. We've got a flight level of 300. Yeah. And let's get our winds at top of climb.
Good afternoon, officer. Hotel.
290 at 88. And we have 9. Alright, we're not going to derate. CG is 26.1, flaps 5. There's no slope on this runway. And the winds, 130 at 2. Let's get our descent profile in here. Since we're down here, that's going to be 10:08 on the back end. No, 10:14 on the back end. And let's go to top of descent here. Looking at 9. Alright, and that's 10:14. And we're going to do 20, 15, oh, and 10,000. Let's grab that now. 20,000 is 282 at 53. At 15, 268 at 37. And at 10,000, 245 at 27. Oh. All right, that looks pretty good. Let's have a look at that. Let's go to the route data now. And let's request the cruise winds. We could put the cruise winds if we want, but manually. But we're not going to do that. Load that up, and I will take you. And there's the winds. Alright, so that's looking pretty good. Alright, so that's done. So, I don't think you're going to need the CDU. You're not going to need the load data sheet anymore. Let me bring up the charts. And let's go to OERK. And what do we have on the way out? 15 right, correct? That's what they're using. Alright, so I'm going to put this in case we have to come back. If I got an engine out or if we whack some birds or something. This is already done, being that I'm here by myself. Man, my voice is going. 2053. Oh, there you go. That's already set from the right in. 147 is already in. 110.5, 110.5. Alright, so that's looking pretty good. And the hold, if we got it, is at 4 at Peter. Okay. That's good, that's good, that's good. 121.6 is ground. Tower is 118.6. Alright, departure is 120, no, departure is 119.75.
We are ready to push back and we're going to need runway 25.
119.75. And then we have center 132. 9. Alright, so the pedestal is good, so I'll have terrain, position, data, airport, station. I'm on the master, you're on the slave. You can have weather, station, airport, data, and position. And let's come back here. I want to have a look at that now. So trim is 475. And we're looking at 147 on the engine out. Right, and we've got a heading of 147. We've been cleared up to 6. That's all good. Nose wheel steering is normal guided. Let's check the displays here. And the lower. Alright, auto flight test 1 and 2. Alright, primary flight display. The artificial horizon is level. Ground speed 0, 45 on the speed tape. V1 is 137, 147, V2, 147 on the heading. We have a decision height of 204 if we have to come back. Local pressure is 1016, and we're cleared up to 6. I've got terrain on the nav display. Let's get you set up. 1016 is the pressure on the standby gauge. Alright, N1 is set. Auto speed reference. Auto reset the fuel flow. Rejected takeoff. I will have you here. And I will have you here. Alright, that's all looking pretty good. Look at the brake pressure is almost gone. Let's just top that off. We're all good here. And let's test that. Let it run amok. Okay, we're back to 4. That was 475, was it not? Yep. Alright. That's all looking pretty good. That's topped off. Bottles are good. Cargo. Oh, yeah, clear that. Alright, let's do TCAS test. That test is done. And let's get the Mach. Stall warning 1 and 2. Okay, that's good. We've got fuel in the center tank. Let's get the APU up and running. Alright, let me see what I missed here. Let me get back to YouTube here. I miss anything here? Okay, Memphis Rains. I'm not sure if I caught you. How's it going? Sky 173, how's it going? I'm having a pretty good day. I hope you're having a good one. And let's run the long test here on the ground proximity. Master Sim Pilot, there you go. Month-long fast? Ooh. Yeah, it's a light flight. Hey, Sky 173, what's that? Come join the Friday's event on the East Coast. There you go. Sounds like that'd be pretty cool. Hey, Subi, how's it going? Hey, Los, how's it going? Welcome. What else did I miss here? Hey, Pythagoras, you know what? If you have the ability to build it yourself, that's great, man. This was all, I had this professionally built. That's why it looks as good as it does. I'd never be able to build this. You know, this was all done by, you know, people that know what they're doing. So, more power to you. You know, and if you build it yourself, when it comes time to doing maintenance, it's going to be that much easier for you. Me, I had a heck of a learning curve when I came in here and had to do maintenance in here. So that's a good thing for you. No doubt about it. Alright, that's all buttoned up. APU is up and running. Let's get on APU. I click. Alright. We are good. We'll give that a minute and then we'll get on APU bleed. In the meantime, I'm going to lose YouTube again here. Let's get set up to get out of here. Let me have the electronic flight bag. And let's switch that chart out. And we've got what, runway 15 right, so we're all the way down here, so we got a bit of a taxi. All right, ground services. Yeah, we're on APU. We can get rid of that. We can. Let me give you one more shot here. That should hold us now. All right, and chocks are gone, that's gone, and let's get on APU bleed. And we can disconnect that. All right, the doors, let's get the doors buttoned up here. And let's call for push. They can wait on us.
Great news, Captain, your tow's coming.
Cool. All right. Here comes our tow. So today's ride is 460 miles, with just 64 miles to top a climb. Get up there fairly quick. And they did this ride an hour and 41 minutes in the real world, so we'll see just how close we can come to that. The main thing I'm looking for here during this ride is flickers and sync as far as when we start making turns as far as the outside monitors.
All right, looks like the doors and hatches are closed and we're ready to connect.
Windows 11 seems to be doing a much better job with networking sync than Windows 10 so far, so looks pretty good. I like that reality. There you go. Sick the marshal on him. Oh, hey, Navy pilot. How's it going? Welcome, man. You just caught us. We're just getting ready to get on out of here. All right. They're picking us up now.
Welcome aboard, Captain. Tow's connected, 5 past attention, sir. Go and kill the parking brake when you're ready to go.
King Khalid, ground, good morning, Saudi 1469 at Terminal 5, Gate Echo 28, ready for push and start with Quebec. Hey, AD Quartz, how's it going? Maybe they didn't get that. Khalid ground, good morning, Saudi 1469 at Gate Echo 28, ready for push and start with Quebec.
Saudia 1469, push and start approved, face northwest.
All right, so we're good to go. So let's get that clock going. We're going to back out. Oh, no, we're not going to back out on our own power. I back out on my own power when I'm in MS 2020 because I don't like their backup procedure. I wish they had a program like Better Pushback. You can pre-program it, and then when everything is all set, I can get in here. I don't have to break the immersion with any keyboards or jump out of the gate or anything like that. Now we're looking for flickers. And I've actually kicked up the graphics with Windows 11. So this looks pretty smooth. Oh, you're sitting here watching the freaking view here. How about you get going, Johnny? Pressure's good. Anti-collision lights on. All right, let's start number 2. I'm sitting here taking in the sights looking for studies. And I'm not paying attention. Looks pretty smooth. A little bit of shimmering going on the aircraft there. They look real good at night, boy. Whoa, sharp looking. So far it looks like everything is working the way it's supposed to in X-Plane. So next we'll get 2020 back up with Windows 11. All right, 2 is stable. Gen 2, confirm we've got juice. And close the isolation valve. Right pack is open. Duct pressure is good. We're starting number 1. Man, I had a heck of a time lining up that monitor. I had this monitor lined up within 30 seconds. This monitor I spent an hour and a half. As it turned out, there was no way I would have been able to line it up. There was some weird goof going on. As soon as I rebooted with my numbers that I had originally, the thing was lined up perfect. Man, my voice is definitely going. All right, that's stable.
About done here. Go ahead and set your parking brake.
And let me have you. Don't need you, and we got a clean board. All right, we're looking pretty good. We'll see what graphics card do I run. I run an Asus Tough board, a 4090. VATSIM? No, I'm not on VATSIM, Brawny. There you go. Take out those gremlins, man. Get rid of them.
And we're disconnected. Signal and pin on the left. Take it easy and have a safe flight.
Yeah, they got different markings here. Oh no, E39 they have it listed at, but in the book it's got it at E28. Interesting. All right, they're gone. TA auto. Let me have you. That's all looking pretty good. Let's have a peek before we get out of here. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Oh, that front half is done. Exterior lights as needed. We are good. APU is needed. It's off. Master caution. Recall. We got a clean board. Flaps are set for takeoff. Transponders TA auto. Weather radars auto. Flight controls are free and clear. Khalid ground, Saudi 1469 at gate 23 Echo. Looking to taxi to runway 15 right.
Saudia 1469, taxi to runway 15 right via Lima, Foxtrot Alpha. Contact tower on 118.6 when ready for departure.
Clear to taxi to 15 right via Lima, Foxtrot Alpha. Contact tower on 118.6 when ready. Good day. All right, let's see if we got transmissions on that frequency. In the meantime, what do we have here? Okay, we're going to come straight out here. Foxtrot, make a left. Foxtrot to... Where do they have us going? They got Foxtrot to Alpha. They don't even intersect this. Yeah, their instructions are wrong, but I see the way they want us to go. Not very good taxi instructions. I'll have to say though, looking at X-Plane 12 in the daytime, it's probably one of the reasons why I don't run X-Plane 12 during the day. The clouds just look so nasty. Sorry, Laminar, but it is what it is, man. Microsoft has me so spoiled with those clouds.
1916, Bravo is at 30. Bravo, what's 1.9?
We gotta go coming up here. Oh.
Delta 1810, runway 3 right clear to takeoff. After takeoff, right clear heading 090, 5,000 feet. Wind 030, 10, hot alert. Right clear 090 for 5,000 feet. And rear equipment out there on 1810.
Nice and smooth. That's what I'm looking for. Nice and smooth performance. And I actually bumped up the graphics, which is pretty amazing. Just by changing Windows from Windows 10 to Windows 11. I mean, I bumped up the AA and the AF. They're both one notch from full right. So I get a flicker here and there, but nothing like I was getting in X-Plane. I mean, in Windows 10. This is far superior. All right, hey, we're on Foxtrot now. See, they got Foxtrot to Alpha, but we're going to need Tango or Papa to get over there. They didn't give us either. It's a pretty big airport, but it doesn't look like there's anything out there graphics-wise. Once you get away from this airport, it looks like there's just nothing. Nothing but emptiness.
So, Jack, into a request. Yes, sir, we were clear for us to dispose of the initial term. You want to go there at this time? Check for the experience of the ATP. For the moment, flight time on 2 hours. Okay.
We'll take this to Tango, and then we'll make the left here on Tango. Because they were using Tango heading in that direction last night, because when I came in, we had a Saudi aircraft that was coming this way and then made the left right in front of us before we crossed at Alpha 2. And they want us over at Alpha anyway. So we'll take Tango over. So far she looks pretty smooth, and the airport's built up pretty decent. Tell you, that's one of the nice things about X-Plane 12, are all the airports that are built up. You don't get that in 2020. In 2020, the airports are disgusting. They look like they're made for FS95, except for the ones that they give you. I mean, I get it. You know, like I said, they want to make money with their store, and you're going to go buy all these airports, but it's a flight simulator. You have airports that don't have gates, and yet you have animals running around. That doesn't make any sense to me. Priorities, man, priorities. Hope that's a shadow and not a divot. Oh, we're good. It's a roadway. I think that roadway's a little bit too dark for Saudi Arabia. I would think the sun would have bleached it out big time by now. All right, easy there, Louis. What do you think? You're southwest? 20 on the straightaways, Louis. So what did I miss? I got that. Ooh, easy there, Louis. No sleeping on the job. Yeah, no. Maybe when we get the autopilot up and running, there might be a little nap. Oh, easy there, Louis. Yeah, I had a couple of in-flight movies, and then YouTube stopped a couple of them. And what I found out is that I wasn't in violation of copyright because those movies are public domain. It was in violation of YouTube's rules and regulations because they have the movie on YouTube and they want you to watch it on their channel instead of watching it as an in-flight movie behind my seat. So when they catch one of the movies that are public domain that they're showing, they block me. So it's easy enough to go find out their public domain, but then I got to find out if it's okay with YouTube. It's just too much. Would have been nice though. Novelty. If you see people showing in-flight movies in the future though, you'll know where it started. Right here. Alright, we got a right coming up here on Alpha. And we're already on 1186, yes. And departure is 11975. Right. Got a right on Alpha. And we're going to take this all the way down. You'd think there'd be more aircraft on the move out here. A lot of private jets, you'd think, with all the oil out here. I think they would hop in a jet to go to the store, pick up some lunch. Some crazy kind of money out here. Shadow's doing pretty good. Matter of fact, tomorrow we got to go back for his neurological checkup. But he's back to his own self. He's bothering the other cats now. He's jumping up on the table, looking for stuff. Yeah, no, he's feeling better, that's for sure. Basically, he has his neuro test, and then I'm not sure when he goes back for another MRI to see what that radiation did to the tumor. So they said he should have about another 30 months or better, so we'll see. That gets him, I think, to just about 13, so that's pretty cool. Right now he's 10 and a half. Matter of fact, I got to talk to the doctor tomorrow about all the electrical stuff in here. I'm in the garage, so it's not only the computers and all this electrical stuff, but the breaker panels back there too. I wonder if being around all this electric is had something to do with it. Because brain tumors in cats, from what they said, is extremely rare. So, and he's the only cat out of all of them that are in the house that is allowed in the flight deck. But that may be it for him, though. Hopefully it didn't do it and it was just generic, but you never know. Wow, I should have brought the remote for the air conditioning in here. It's getting warm. Radar. Easy there, Louis. The auto flight last ride was absolutely fantastic, from 400 feet just about down to 1,000. So the Zibo mods really got it dialed in now. His latest update's just beautiful. Be nice if my wife walked in here. She'll ring the attendant button. People should walk in. Tell her to give me the remote for the air conditioner.
Now turning to Tower, buenos días. Wind restriction warning for non-8. Can you do the VOR? Climb to 7,000 feet.
Man, that was a 16-minute taxi. Woohoo, wee.
7,000 feet before shutdown. Permanent flight to the San Miguel. Direct San Miguel. No charting and departures 105. Departure 105. American 124, Catholic departures 120.15, next flight.
Let me give you the other chart.
So, the charting Catholic departures 120.15. Departure 120.15.
All right, what do we have? 101B. Make sure I picked the right one this time.
Delta 1972, Tower, buenos días. Ready to stretch runway? Ready, Delta 1972. Delta 1972, stretch runway 25, Brian Bravo, join Kilo Lima, Hotel runway 25. Bravo, Kilo Lima, 25.
Khalid Tower, Saudi 1469, holding short runway 15 right, ready for departure.
Saudia 1469er, King Khalid Tower, runway 15 right, winds 130 at 3, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, Saudi 1469. Let's have a quick peek. Tender notification is complete. Exterior lights as needed. We are good. Engine start select is continuous. Auto throttle is armed. Transponders TARA. Oh, I gotta. Yeah, I just hit that. Fat fingers. Auto throttle's armed. Transponders TARA auto. Parking brake release 40% and we're gone.
Approaching 15 right.
American 1670, Catholic departure 130.
All the money and oil they have out here, you'd think they'd fix their runway. Alright, give me 40%. A nice wide runway.
On runway 15 right.
Alright, stable, toga. Thrust set. Airspeed active. Check. Throttle hold. We're stable through 80. Looks pretty smooth right here, but it's really not drawing much, so. Gear up. All right, once again, go ahead. Let's see how she handles this ride. And that's good.
1,000.
A little too abrupt grabbing that up.
Saudia 1469er, contact departure on 119.75.
Contact departure 119.75, Saudi 1469. Good day. Departure Saudi 1469 with you, climbing through 4700 for 6,000, inbound 903. So we need to be above 3 here. We're at 4,900 already.
Saudia 1469, Riyadh final departure, radar contact.
Flaps 1.
Flight level 220.
As we go.
Climb flight level 220, Saudi 1469. And we're going to 08168. Flaps up. That's a pretty cool view. Little shimmer going on there with the trees. Rather nice view. All right, so 230 knot max. We're above 3 there. Max of 230 knots until we pass 908. And we need to be above 10 by the time we hit 923. We're at 8,000 now, so don't think that's going to be a problem. Once we hit this turn, then we'll let them out of their seats. It's pretty smooth out. Yeah, what's nice about sitting in here is your peripheral view is covered completely with the scenery. The monitors actually are behind my shoulders sitting in here, which is pretty cool. So the only time I'll see the garage is if I turn my head. So that's pretty cool. All right, that's 10.
Saudia 1469, climb flight level 280.
Climb flight level 280, Saudi 1469. So right now we're holding 250 knots. So far the flight management computer has performed the departure beautifully. Nice ride. So it looks like X-Plane 12 is all set and ready to go with Windows 11. And then next I'll work on MS 2020. That shouldn't take very long because I was doing all the installing for that program. So let's get on local pressure and we can have a peek here now. We'll do the whole thing. Autopilot's engaged, attendant notifications complete, cabin pressurization temperature we're going to monitor. Engine bleeds are on, pack switches are auto, APU is off, exterior lights as needed, we are good. Engine start selectors are off, auto brake is up and off, and landing gear. Well, landing gear is up and off, the auto brake is off. And we're already set for standard pressure. Except for a little shimmering going on with the trees, looks pretty good. I have to go back and study the video on the way out, but it looked pretty smooth to me. I really didn't catch much, a couple of little things here and there, but pretty smooth, all in all. So we need to be above 13 at 928. We're 16,000 climbing, so that constraint is met, as well as the one after it. Climb flight level 300, Saudi 1469. So that takes us up to cruise. And fuel 16.4 right on the money. So we got another 42 miles top of climb, 435 to go, and we'll have 9.2 on the fuel when we get in. So I think we got one more big turn coming up, and then we'll let them out of their seats. And I just want to check these two monitors. I really haven't looked to make sure they're in sync. None of them are really lagging behind. 928, 16.2 with 16.3 on the fuel. So we're right on the money. And we're just going to go to 303. Oh, 304 with the wind. That was too much of a mellow turn. Don't think I'd ever be able to tell if there was a lag with that turn. $935, 16 on the fuel with 16.1. So we're looking pretty good. 32 miles top of climb, 427 to go. See, the clouds in 2020 look so much better than this. And the clouds, it's like the sliders are full right. Contact jet is control on 133.1 Saudi 1469. Good day. Jet is control Saudi 1469 with you, climbing through 22.8 for flight level 300. Inbound Ivona. And we're going, oh, it's already in.
Saudia 1469, jet control. Identified.
Mazel tov. It's a rather nice view out the window there. See all the way out to the horizon, just about. A little bit of haze out there, some high-level clouds, though. But pretty smooth ride. Yeah, when you're in here with me, you're no kidding, you're riding into the danger zone. No doubt about it. And we lost our communications here. Always seems to happen at cruise for some reason. But that's alright. We got most of our instructions on the way out anyway. And we'll pick it up on the way back. So we need to be above flight level 160 at 960. We're at 25,000 and change, so that constraint is met. What are we looking at here? We left the gate 30 minutes ago, entered the runway 11 minutes ago. 4:15 to go, another 15 miles top of climb. 9.2 when we get in. Climbing up beautifully, and the temperature back there is fine. EGT, N1, N2, fuel flow, oil pressure, temperature, quantity there, all looking pretty good. Another one right out of the ballpark for the Zibo mod, and we're fighting a 78 knot headwind. Lovely. What are we doing here? We're doing in about an hour and 15 minutes. That puts us an hour and 45. Puts us about 4 minutes behind schedule. So their taxi might have been a little bit quicker than ours. We had one heck of a taxi on the way out. So you know what? What are we cruising at here? Yeah, we don't have to push that. It's going to be the last ride of the day. I might as well enjoy it. I love the night. It's 11:30. I won't be done until 1 in the morning, maybe. I'm actually in Boca Raton, Florida, Will. But I am originally from the Northeast. Yeah, Brooklyn, New York. Yep, you can take me out of Brooklyn, but you just can't get rid of my freaking accent. Although I don't think I have an accent. I think other people do. All right, how about we ease back a little bit, chill. My wife brought some more medication I got to take too. I'll get to that in just a bit. Once we're at cruise. All right, so that puts us at cruise. 32 minutes since we left the gate. 13 minutes since we entered the runway. We've got just over 400 miles to go. 402, 401. 270 to top of descent, and we'll have 9 on the fuel when we get in. And we're inbound Ivonu. And that'll put us at the end of the SID out of King Khalid. Soho, okay, yeah.
After our service, I will be coming around with some delightful articles from the Saudia shop for you to browse. So sit back.
Yeah, well, I like the weather. I'm sick of the changing weather up in New York. That's spring, fall, winter, summer. Just keep give me spring, summer, spring, summer, spring, summer, with like a week thrown in there with some 40-degree weather, which is our winter. I can live with that. I've had it with the ice and the snow and the sleet, freezing rain. And you can keep all that. Shadows look rather nice on the ground there from the haze. A little bit overcast up here with some sun peeking through. Looks pretty cool. The clouds in the distance, though, just look nasty. I may have to look around for any third-party programs that have something that's better than this. This really just... Microsoft ruined me. All right. Beautiful. Oh, you're in Nebraska. Oh, hey, Bones. Yeah, it's weird the way that works out sometimes. Gino, we probably got about, well, let's see. We're looking at, we get due in when? We're due in 7:16 at 6:06. So we got an hour and 10 minutes. And we're 4 minutes behind schedule now, not 6. So we made up a couple. That should be in range. Ivonu. And we're supposed to have 14.7. We're 15 right now on the fuel. So we're looking pretty good. 9.2 and we get in 250 to top of the set now. 381 to go. And yeah, once we make this turn. Actually, you know what? We'll let him run around. It's not that bad. And once we pass Ivano, we're out of the SID. Out of King Khalid. And that should put us on an airway. If we're not there already. Oh, there you go. We're going to get picked up on Ivano. And that puts us on the airway. Alright, I'm going to go stretch my legs. I'm going to go take my medicine. I think this is the last batch of it. No, she's not here. I think that's the last batch of the day for me. What I miss? Yeah, we've been down here 12 years, so I don't think it's going to go anywhere, my accent. How much does a full flight deck run? It depends, Will. If you're going to go the professional route like I did, you're looking at $100 grand. See, this is where the weather doesn't match up. So hopefully X-Plane, Laminar will get their act together and get this fixed. But I had this professionally built from Flightdeck Solutions, so that was $100 grand. But if you have skills, if you can cut wood and make holes and circles, solder wires, you can do it a lot cheaper. No doubt about it. You know? My excuse is I'm old and feeble. Hey Gino, am I on tomorrow? If I am, it's probably going to be late in the day. Shadow has to go for his checkup. So if I am, it's probably going to be late in the day. This actually looks like there's icing going on here, but there shouldn't be. The window heat's on. That's what it looks like, though. And we are going to 262. And that's 60 out. All right, Ovano, 14.8, 14.8, right on the money. And that's the end of the SID. All right, I will be right back. Maybe they were clouds.
360, possible 820, and we're estimating for this unit secondary is not coming up yet. That's 1037.
Good morning, sir. Wings 155.8110 south.
Good morning, Southwest 2164, passing 6,000 for Takeoff. What do American 310, 4,000 for 10,000, that's the point.
Good morning, one of the FM1, November 3550, Mike out of 7.6410 10,000. Level 400550.
Understood, 01
All right. Well, that was weird change. That was freaky. How are we making out here? To get who? 13.5, 14.5 now, 9, 2:16 to go. Top of descent, 3:48 to go. We are looking pretty good. All in all, pretty great run. I miss anything here? Yeah, the mist. I remember the movie The Fog. But I guess that must have been clouds. It looked like icing, though. But it wouldn't go away that fast, if it was. Yeah, Boeing 737, based on the NG, the next generation. The 6, 7, 8, 900 series, but this is basically the 800. Oh, well, they're, I don't have random failures set up in here just yet. But I'd have to go take a look at the book and see what to do, which would make it even more difficult being that I'm here by myself. Yeah, the PMDG book that I have runs through everything. And that should be in range. .85 knot headwind. Ouch. Oh, you know what? I didn't. Dawn, could you give me the remote for the AC? Can you give me the remote for the air conditioner? I forgot to grab it. No, I don't have it blowing on me. It's hot in here. I forgot to grab it. Well, that's better. Yeah, there was a lot of great movies like that way back when. I think in my DVD collection I have a whole bunch of the original Frankensteins, Dracula, Invisible Man, the Wolfman. Who else was there? There was the Creature from the Black Lagoon. I have them all in black and white. All right, that's enough air. All right, we got under 200 miles now, top of descent. 195. And we've got 327 to go. 326 to go. And we should be in about an hour. So right now we are 4 minutes behind. We're holding at 4 minutes. I could kick up the cruise. But you know what? How about we do that? Let's crank it up some. Right now our ground speed is 341. Let's crank it up some. make up those 4 minutes and then some. No, I could watch them for myself or anybody that was in my house, you know, where I was playing them. But I couldn't show them, like, for other people to see, nor could I play it at, like, if I went to a bar. You know, I really couldn't put it in a public establishment and then just play it. But I could take it over a friend's house and drop it in his DVD and watch it with him. You know, that I could do. That should be in range. It's a rather nice view. Tell you that haze really hasn't changed much at all. Can't see out to the horizon though. Not here anymore. A little bit out to the left, but fading out fast. All right, give 13.7 on the fuel. We're 13.9 right now, so but we're still 10 miles out. 180 miles now, top of descent. Just over 300 to go. We're closing the gap. I don't know what would be worse, going down in an aircraft in like an area like this with nothing but sand, or in a jungle like in South America. If you were lucky enough to find an open patch to actually put it down. I don't know what would be worse. They're both pretty bad, I would imagine. Oh yeah, Ray Schneider. Oh yeah, I think we need a bigger boat. I think we need a bigger boat. I think that was one of the best lines of the whole movie, man. All right, we're going to 265, and the fuel is right on the money. I never did like swimming at the beach when I got a little bit older. When I was a kid, man, we used to swim out. You couldn't even hear the noise from the people at the beach anymore in Coney Island. I remember one time me and my friends went out once. When we got back in, the lifeguard yelled at the sheep, man. He screamed at us when we got back in. Why are you crazy? I ain't coming out there to get you. Good thing it was after the fact when we were back on the sand when you start thinking about freaking sharks and shit like that. Not good to be out that far and go like, you know what? There's some pretty big fish out here. But not so much. I go to the beach, I get my ankles wet. I don't really like swimming at the beach. I'd rather go in a pool. I'd rather go scuba diving though, but I just can't do it anymore with my breathing. That I miss. That was pretty cool. That should be coming into range. 6.4. That was pretty cool. Yeah, Bones. Well, not New York City. I'm from Brooklyn. So, the only place we considered the city was Manhattan. So, if you're from one of the 5 boroughs, Even though Brooklyn's a city, we considered the city Manhattan. You know, we didn't live in the city. So, weird, I know, but same thing with the front of the house. We call it a stoop. I remember I was talking to one of my neighbors a while back, and I was talking about, we were hanging out in front of the stoop, and he could not understand stoop. He actually thought it was one of my friends that weren't too bright, you know, and I had to explain to him, no, stoop, man, it's the front of the house where you can sit on, a couple of steps that lead into the front doors, you know. So I guess it's not something that's well known outside of Brooklyn, I guess. Maybe Chicago may have it too. Maybe Boston as well, or Boston. But I figured everybody knew what that was when I was a kid growing up. See, now this just looks like somebody took a white piece of paper and just put it out in the front. See, this doesn't look that great. Sorry, Laminar, it just doesn't. And doesn't really match that well. But you got to take the good with the bad. But that's why I like flying X-Plane 12 at night. You don't see any of that. You know, the crappy clouds, you don't see them. But you get that great night lighting. And I get to fly the Zibo mod, which is, in my opinion, one of the best 737s that were ever made. And I've flown PMDG, I've flown ProSim. This aircraft is actually pretty amazing. Escape from New York, it was all right. It was okay. I mean, a couple of those movies were just a little bit off the top. You know, this guy's in his own little freaking thing, shooting into, what was it, Escape from L.A. And Ernest Borgnine was pretty cool as the cab driver. I always liked him, ever since McHale's Navy. But it was a pretty cool movie. Nice seeing some of those old movies that have some of the old neighborhoods that you remember, that you actually saw in real life, that you used to pass by all the time. It's like, wow, I remember that store. I had pizza in that place, like from Saturday Night Live. Lenny's. I had pizza in that place, up in Bensonhurst. That's coming into view, 264 and Tillix. Yeah, we're right on the money with the fuel. So we're looking at about 135 miles top of descent, about 265 to go. Oh yeah, Ernest Borgnine, yeah, he was great. Probably get on that arrival chart in about 130 miles. Just about when we're ready for top of descent, we should be getting on that arrival. All in all, it's been a pretty smooth ride. No complaints. Matter of fact, I got to check my DVD collection if it's not on demand. I may watch that when I get done. I'm going to go make one of those square slices of pizza. We did get pizza for dinner tonight and some Italian food. I got stuffed shells. So I had Had a couple of stuffed shells. I figured I'd have a square later. Throw it in the toaster oven. Top me off. Yeah, this is 737 NG. This is the next generation. This is basically the 800. Even though Saudi Air, they ran Airbus. They ran A320, A330s, I believe. But I'm just doing the run in the 737. Will Smith was pretty cool. I met him for quite a bit of time. Same thing with Tommy Lee. Tommy Lee Jones. When they were filming, oh God, what the heck was the name of the movies? Boy, I tell you, I'm getting old. I'm sure someone's gonna know. Oh, I can't remember. Men in Black. Men in Black. Their headquarters was based out of the Manhattan Vent Building in just off of Battery Park City. And when I was working for the Triborough Bridge and Tunnel Authority, before I made sergeant, I was an officer there, and I had to guard that vent building. So every now and then it was nice out after I would make my rounds. I would come out, I would go outside, you know, those two big doors that they would show in the movie, and I'd go stand out front. And always people coming around taking pictures of the building. This is that building, right? Wow, there's some big fans behind there. I'm like, no. I said, once they open the doors and what you see behind it in the movie, that doesn't exist. I says, if you open up the door where I was in the actual vent building, you go like maybe 4 steps, and there's stairs that go down one half of the hallway. The other half led into the back where all the machinery and everything was for the vent buildings, for the big blowers and the fans and whatnot. So, but everybody wanted to take a peek. They wanted to see the elevators and the big opening, which didn't exist. That was all made in the movies. But it was pretty cool. I got to meet them. So far, this is a beautiful run. Pressure's beautiful. Temperature back there is nice and comfortable. N1 is fine, N2 is fine, EGT is beautiful. Fuel flow, oil pressure, temperature, quantity, vibration. Everything's looking pretty good. And the fuel coming up at Curdo, 11.9. We're at 12.7 right now. And let's see, we entered the runway 40 minutes ago, and we left the gate 59 minutes ago, just about an hour. So, and we're looking at another 234 miles to go. So there you go, it just flipped from an hour. And the clock is 6:35. We get in at 7:17. Oh yeah, that was a great flick, man. That was some amazing flick. He had him sitting on the chair when he was so. That was pretty wild. That was a crazy movie. That was pretty good. He's done a lot of nice stuff. That was pretty good. U.S. Marshals, he was pretty good in that as well. Good actor. He was good in Volcano as well. We can bring that in. We're just about in range now. You going to bed? Yeah, I still got a ways to go. And then I'm gonna have wife's going to bed. Yeah, a lot of good movies back then. I collected all those DVD movies because I worked the night shift. And after 9/11 happened, those vent buildings were guarded 24/7. And I worked 201, the overnight shift. So, and I had a little bit of juice with seniority. So I would always pick the Manhattan vent building because they would just go drop you off. And that was it. So I'd go and I'd do my rounds from the ground up, go back into my little office and then put in my little DVD. 15 minutes later, I'd pause it, go do another walk around, come back. So I was able to watch quite a few movies on the city's dime. See, external visual, waiting for data from master. That's got to be usually, I get that from Traffic Global when there's no aircraft in the area. I'm not sure why it pops up. It only pops up in that left monitor. I don't see it over here on the right or in the front. Just happened to catch my eye. But I notice that pops up every now and then. All right, that should be coming into range now. And we got maybe just over 100 miles now before we reach the arrival chart on our way into Prince Mohammad in Saudi Arabia. What is that, Madrid? All right, 70 miles now, top of descent. We're closing the gap. And we've got 200 miles to go now. Still fighting that headwind. And if I was smart, I would have told my wife to put a square slice in the toaster oven and put it on 200. It'd be nice and warm when I got done. But I'm not that smart. Clint Eastwood, yeah, he's another good actor. Oh, this gotta stretch this leg. That restless leg syndrome bothers the heck out of me, and then every now and then you get a cramp. Oh. So annoying. All right, we're coming up at Kurdu. Kurdu, we should have 12 on the fuel. We're 12.1 right now. We'll have 9.3 when we get in. 60 miles now, top of descent, with 191 to go. All in all, the ride's been great from cold and dark to where we are right now. No complaints at all. Auto flight system performed beautifully, as well as the last ride. I think the only thing that I don't like about it is if you give it to the auto flight system at 400 feet right away, at times she may take you into a climb that goes above 20 degrees, which it really shouldn't do. That's not comfortable for the passengers in the back. Oh, that's coming into range anyway, and we're going to 5.9. Tell you, the view has basically been the same since we left. Nothing but like brown. And it's very hazy out there. Very hazy. But the one good thing is this shows me that Windows 11 and bumping up the graphics is going to work, which is pretty cool. Freaking kink in my neck. Just turned it the wrong way. Oh. Thing's getting old. Moved the wrong way. Sneeze. Freaking end up with having a pain in my chest because I pulled a muscle from sneezing. It stinks. No, I've never been to CBGB's. I've been to the club that John Travolta did Saturday Night Fever in. Matter of fact, when I was growing up in Brooklyn, I could walk there from my house. That's how close it was. It was like 64th Street and like 6th or 7th Avenue. It was like a bowling alley right around the corner from that place. It was right on the corner. And that bar actually had that floor all lit up. They didn't just do that for the movie. That was in that place with all those lights with the floor. Pretty cool. I don't even think it's there anymore. Damours 11.7. Right on the money. And we're 50 out now. 35 miles top of descent. 166 to go. All in all, a pretty cool ride. It's after midnight already? Wow, I'm going to be eating pizza late. Yeah, bell bottoms, disco, oh yeah. That really wasn't our thing. We were usually in the park, Bliss Park, drinking. Just hanging out, doing pretty much nothing. That should be coming into range. Give them another minute, we'll get them back in their seats. Start our descent. And who do we have up here? Let's see if they're on. Santa, good morning. Saudi 1469. We'd like to descend via the Seppi arrival for runway 18.
Saudia 1469, Jeddah Control, identified, morning pilot.
Yeah, Jeddah Control, Saudia 1469. We'd like to descend via the Seppi arrival. We're going to follow the charts in anyway. Madison Square Garden? Oh, yeah. Matter of fact, back when I was 17, 18, I worked for, well, I didn't really work. I was a volunteer for Bravo. It was the Bay Ridge Volunteer Ambulance Organization, because I grew up in Bay Ridge, Brooklyn. And you're not going to give us that. We're going to do it anyway. We've got another, let's get them back in their seats. Let's take a look at that chart. We're going to follow the charts in. She's not talking to us. And Seppi 1E. Wrong chart there, buddy. Right. And I better put that stuff in as well. 18. When I was like 17, 18, I was a volunteer for Bravo, which was a volunteer ambulance organization. And Brother Miles was pretty big in the neighborhood. And he used to get us these little gigs that we would do. And Madison Square Garden was one of them. Back when, was that guy Gunther, the guy with the tigers, we got to go to Madison Square Garden to see the circus. And because we were there, it was a special circus. It wasn't open to everybody. It was for, special ed kids, the children. And they have to have ambulances on, on scene just in case. And that's how we got in there. We were around the back. I got to meet him. I got to pet one of the tigers. It was pretty cool. I got to meet some of the wrestlers because they did the same thing. They put on a wrestling show for the special ed children. And we're going to head on down. And we got to meet all of them. Andre the Giant, I got to meet him. I got to meet, oh God, who was I can't remember, the hillbilly guy. Can't remember his name. But these guys back then, they were all supposed to hate each other. And yet they all came in a van. They were all friends. They were all buddies. It was all show for out front. They all came out of the same van. They were all happy as a pig could possibly be. And we got to meet them, and we took pictures with them too, behind the scenes. That was pretty cool. Didn't do it when we were at the circus. Didn't even think of it. We were just in awe. And I got lucky because we didn't have any calls. Everybody that was there on both of those occasions was pretty cool. I got to go to the Golden Gloves. Golden Gloves, I sat right up front, right where the judge is. There's like me, and here's the ring. Because we were there with the ambulance in case somebody got hurt. And the only rule was, listen, you can't open your mouth, you can't say nothing. So we had to just sit there completely silent, just watching the fights. and someone actually got knocked out, hurt their neck. We had to transport them to St. Vincent's Hospital way back when. So I didn't get to see all the fights, but that was pretty cool. Are we heading down here? We're not heading down here. Whoa. What's up with that? Uh-oh. That's not good. What's up with that? Oh, I got the wrong one in there. That's not good. That's not good. You're going to descend now? You're going to pick it up? I think she's going to pick it up. Let's get this speed brake out. We're a little behind now. And let me put all this data in here. 2134. That's good. I refer to minimums. Okay, very good. And what are we looking at here? Cat. Wow, this doesn't even want to turn. Something here is definitely weird. It's going between 187, 189. Something definitely screwy here. Something's definitely screwy. This is not going to be a fun approach, I don't think. Let's get back to the charts. We'll just pay attention to this on the way in, but this is going to be a sickly run. What do we have here? I'm going to have to take a look at this. That's not good. All right. Are you working? Nope. Won't let me touch it. And it's set B1E. All right, why can't I find you? Right, that's 1E. 1F. Oh, the very first one, you schmuck. There we are. We're just popping up there. I got to keep an eye on this. This is not going to be good. Musical concerts. Nothing that was behind the scenes, but we did drive down to Philly for the roundup. That was all the Southern bands were there. 38 Special, Southern Comfort. There was that was a great concert, man. Oh, that was amazing. I remember being in the stadium. Everybody's just standing. No seats. And you're just like this. And it poured. It rained. It dumped on everybody. They didn't pause the concert. And when it stopped raining, when it was all said and done, we were jam-packed so much that we were wet from like here up, and that was it. From here down, we were dry. Because we were just so tight together. It was amazing. I don't know how it happened, but... And I remember we were driving back on the highway, because we were coming all the way back to Brooklyn. We fell asleep on one of those, highway bypasses where you can get food and fuel and stuff. We fell asleep on the hood of the car. We were passed out. I remember some kid waking us up. Mommy, look at the bombs. That's when I woke up my friend Eddie Nelson. Come on, Ed, we got to go, man. All right, I think we're back in the groove here. That's freaky. I got to take a look. That's got to be, write that down. And that might be affecting that as well. MCP EFIS. I probably put the wrong one in. There was just an update to it because we could do increments of 50 now. And I think I might have put the wrong one in. All right, we need to be above flight level 160 or 230. We're definitely not hitting 230 there. Not just yet. We're above 16. That's it, flight to 10. That's all you're getting, baby. And that should be 8. And what are we looking at? 64. All right, we need to be at what? 2:30? Yeah, I don't think we're going to blow that. Well, we're closing down pretty quick. We're 2:55. Might make it. There you go, 16,140 feet, and we're down to 230 knots. Beautiful. And you can be set as well. And let's have a quick peek, shall we? Bleed air panel is set. Auto pressurization panel, land altitude is in. Signs are on. Auto brake selector is set. Flight instrument radios is set. Local pressure on the back end I said was 1014. That is set. Recall. And we got a clean board. Alright, I just got to put landing data VREF minimums in. And what are we coming in at? $145. Coming in at $145. From 1 to 10, I can compare it to the multi-million-dollar simulator that I've been in. I've been in a few of them. I'd say 75%, 80% maybe, based on the feel. But that's because I'm using real yoke and rudder pedals. So I'd say about 80%. But we have the better graphics, though. Even X-Plane has the better graphics. All right, so we need to get below 12,000 here at max of 230 knots. Oh, we're looking pretty good so far, considering that little snafu in the beginning. But I definitely got to take a look at that script. Oh yeah, Bones, the company that makes this flight deck makes hardware for the real world aviation community. They've made hardware for Southwest Airlines, NASA, BE&E, Freighter Company. So yeah, they've made some real stuff that's being used. So that's pretty cool. And let's get that in there. Let's see if they're on. Would be nice. All right, 413. We should have 10.8 on the fuel. We're 10.8. 9.2 when we get in. We've got another 77 miles to go. Looking pretty good. All right, we're at 12,000 right now, passing. Beautiful. Very nice. And 223 knots. So we're doing pretty good. And they did this right, hour 41 minutes. Right now it's an hour 25 from the gate. Hour and 6 from the runway. 75 to go. we are holding at 6. I really haven't noticed much flickers or stutters. Been a pretty good run, although it's really not drawing much out there. But really didn't notice much at the airport. We'll see what happens on the way in. Yeah, I'm lucky to know a few individuals that have access to that stuff. Granted, I was there at freaking like 3:30 in the morning, but you know what? Hey, when you're getting in there and you're not paying a penny, you know. Only bad thing is they can't bring any cameras and no video recording. You know, that's the only bad thing. Because it would be nice to get a couple of pictures of me right at front. Would be pretty cool, but don't want to mess up a good thing by doing something stupid, right? Matter of fact, a friend of mine also has access to the multi-million-dollar sims. And he actually took the this flow checklist that I put together based on the Boeing manuals and asked the instructor there what he thought about it. And it was extremely well done, was his response. So, and that's taking you from cold and dark, securing it on the back end. So that's pretty cool. I never brought it with me and asked anybody anything, though, but he did. So that's pretty cool. All right, OERK, we should have 10.5. We're 10.5 right now. 63 miles to go, we'll have 9.2 on the fuel when we get in. So, unless there's a problem and I can't put it down, we should be fine. There you go. You've been doing a good job getting rid of those flickers, man. I haven't seen much of any. Saw 1 or 2 at the airport, but I can't complain. That was a big airport with a lot of aircraft in it. So 1 or 2, I could deal with that. It's been pretty smooth. And we're going 6-7. And we are... That's a pretty cool view. All right, now we're going to be slowing up to 210. We need to be above 8. Well, we're at 12 now. We didn't start our next descent just yet. And we're good down to 64 now. So that's an hour and a half since we left the gate. Hour and 11 minutes since we entered the runway. 55 miles to go. And the auto flight system has been beautiful. No complaints at all. Well, maybe one nitpicky thing on the way out, on the climb out, going above 20. But that's being a little nitpicky. I guess you can see the stretch of land where we're heading, man. Look at all that green in the middle of nothing but brown.
You're right. Pushback 009, continue, Lima, drop response, we're time is 7:05. Reading for the echo, 7:05, side, 900. Sorry, 591,
After it was circle after right, 7591, the last right, sorry about that.
I think I remember that movie. And we're going to bubble. And we're slowing at 210. Beautiful. And we're just going to continue to slow up. Let's start slowing up. Nice view. And give me 5. Yeah, you can have the speed still. We'll take it in a little bit. Can't see where we're putting down though. And give me 10. Get the nose down a little bit. Yeah, the only reason why I remember it is because when he went inverted, I remember a couple of women with their dresses and getting flipped around and tossed like freaking, they were just, you know, puppets. All right, so max speed at 210 all the way around. We're at 168 knots, so no biggie. Let's see if she's going to pick up the descent from 12 here. Can't believe I put the wrong script in there. And the MCP EFIS is part of the same script, so that's probably why that's not working either. Yep. Put the wrong script in. Oh, I remember that. I remember that ride too. Yeah, they accidentally clicked off the autopilot when they were taking a look at the down in the Bay Area landing gear because of an idiot light. Yep. It was an airline based out of Florida. I can't remember the name though. I can picture it too. I can see it. All right, we're on our way down. Pretty cool. Yeah, if I remember correctly, they bumped off the autopilot, and by the time they realized what was taking place, it was they grabbed it and pulled up, but it was just too late. All right, 462, 10 on the fuel. We got 10. We'll have 9 with 34 miles to go. We basically got a U-turn, and we're on our way in. Pretty good run. And that's an hour and 36 minutes from the gate. 117 since we entered the runway. I'm not sure. I wonder if that's the reason why now it's a double click. You got to double click it and you get the alarm on the first click, and then the second one actually will disengage it and turn off the alarm. At least in the 737. Pretty good ride. All right, we're coming up on 10, so. And you are set. Pretty cool view the whole way down, though. Although not much to see, but brown. All right, 270. Well, we're going to come right around. Here's a nice view out that window. Still don't see our airport yet. $20 to 1. Maybe I'll be done by 1. Have my pizza by about 1:30. Watch TV for an hour or so. Oh, heading into Miami, yeah. I guess it would depend on the aircraft, and maybe back then they didn't have one. But now, yeah, if I go to disengage the autopilot, you'll hear the alarm will go off, and I'll get a indicator right in front of me that you can't miss. So you'll see. Well, we're on our way down when I disengage the autopilot. You'll hear I'll press the disengage once, and the alarm will go off, and then we press it a second time to stop the alarm. I still don't have our airport though. It's blended in real nice down there. And we're still 24 miles out though. Another nice view out that window. And she looks nice and smooth. That's the big thing. I'll review the video in some of the heavy area and see just how smooth it was. But it definitely appears to be smoother. And I've got some stuff cranked up, so that's pretty cool. I think we have the airport in front of us there. Just barely starting to come in. You can see the darkness of the runway. That's pretty much it. Just beginning to come into view now. All right, let's switch on over, shall we? And when I say 18 on you. And so far this has been all auto flight. So a pretty cool ride. Yeah, Rodney, I'm just checking X-Plane 11. I'm looking to see if it got rid of any stutters and flickers and whatnot, and it seems to have done a great job. So that's the reason why I'm doing it, because I really can't tell at night. But yeah, I usually run X-Plane 12 at night only. And then I'll use 2020 during the daytime. Yeah, I've got the airport now and the runway. But I'm definitely happy with this. Definitely happy with this. I got a script I got to swap out though, but I know what that issue is. That's no big deal. And we are on that chart. And mandatory 6,400. So we're slower than that though. Max at 210. We're at 164. That's 6,400 feet. Barrow VNAV not authorized below 8C. We're at 14, so. All right, let me have the gear. Let's get set up here. $15 on the flap. Speed check. I'll take that now. And we'll go right to VREF +5. And we're good. All right, when I say we're holding at 6. 25 on the flaps, and we can go right to 30 actually. And my bird, I've got control. So you hear that alarm, and then the second time you actually get rid of the indicator light. So we have lights, engine start select is auto brake, landing gear, speed brake, flaps, and they have been notified. Let's have a peek. Tender notification is complete. Speed brakes armed, landing gear down 3 green. Flaps are set for landing. It's a rather nice view. And we can actually switch out that chart now as well. And we're coming in on 18. And we're going all the way over in the corner. We've got gate 108. That's a pretty cool view. And it's nice and smooth. We're getting hit with a nice crosswind. We're getting whacked pretty good. Now we got a direct crosswind. 9 knots, not too bad. Tell you, the Zibo mod handles beautifully. And the yoke has that nice heavy feel to it. Well, it's a real yoke from a Boeing aircraft, so It should have the right feel, I would think. Alright, we're going to take Alpha across, 35 to Juliet into Lima. We're basically at the right, well, we're right next to the gate where we left. We left at 107, I believe. We're going to gate 108 now.
Approaching 1A.
Continue. Prepare for landing. Beautiful ride. Let's take it all the way down. Take it all the way down. Let's take it all the way down, Charlie Brown. Oh, I guess we could have taken Bravo there, but don't think we're making Bravo. We'll take Alpha though. And that's an hour and a half runway to runway. That's an hour and 49 minutes since we left the gate. And TA test. Let's get cleaned up here. APU is up and running. APU, and don't need you anymore. And we'll get to that in just a second. Let's have a quick peek. Exterior lights as needed, we're good. APU is up and running, yaw dampers off, window heat switches off, probe heat switches off, wing and engine anti-ice as needed, they're off. Auto brakers off, speed brakers down, flaps are up, transponders TA auto weather radar is set to test. And alright, let's head on in. We've got Alpha to Juliet to Kilo to Lima. And we can even kill that. So a couple of itty bitty flickers here and there, but not bad. Alright, that's a minute. Couple of itty bitty flickers, and it's what, 10 to 1 in the morning? Not bad. I'll be done by 1. Go have my pizza. Well, hope you guys enjoyed the run. I did. I always have fun when I'm in here, so, but how could you not? Electric, yep. And hydraulics next. Yes. Alright, left on Alpha, cleared across 35, Juliet to Kilo.
Okay, the cabin is secure. Have a good flight.
Hydraulics, yep.
Approaching 3-5.
All right, and Juliet. Now, hopefully no one's in our spot. Juliet down to Kilo. All right, the next right is Kilo. Yes. I think that's our gate right there. Maybe we'll pull into the left of Saudi Arabia, give you a good view of the aircraft on the right window there. I do believe that's our gate anyway. There's like 2 aircraft here, that's it. Oh, plus us. Little bit of a tiny flicker right there. Not much though. That's one big bird right there. That's a one big bird. Pretty cool ride. Let him run around. Well, I hope you enjoyed that view. and the ride. I was really just wanting to do a test to check for stutters and some symmetry going on there with the networking, which Windows 11 seems to be much better than Windows 10. So very happy with that. That's 156 gate to gate. All right, with that said, it's almost 1 o'clock in the morning here. I'm going to shut all this down, and I'm going to go grab a slice of pizza, throw it in the toaster oven while I'm turning all this stuff off. For everybody that was here that joined me this evening, I hope you enjoyed the ride and the flight. And like always, I always enjoy the company and the conversation, my friends. And to my regulars, thanks for stopping by yet again. It's always appreciated. And for everybody that's new, sign up, man. Subscribe. Give me a thumbs up there. And I will catch everybody on my next run. I hope you enjoyed it. Time for some pizza.
Emergent major review. Go after. It's also runway 25 via Delta, taxi Zibo, Lima, transportation Lima, runway 25. Crossing runway 25 Kilo and Lima, also current 5 Lima and 9
Kilo 757 heavy, 3 right, clear, clear, 10 at the end.
Please make sure to clear out the gate 5 and 757. Saudia Airlines Flight, ILS 03 arrived.
Kilo 757 heavy, Superman, Roger, good afternoon, continue the ILS approach, for runway 03 right, wind 020 at 10, QNH 1009 to 980 range, continue.
1009 to 50, KLS 700.
Turkish 801 heavy over 556, game moving at the end. Contact run on Lima, 121 connect. Fox alarm 9 on Lima, getting it now, 36 go. November 96 to Lima Alpha, double 554, they get to the left, then contact ground at 120. Then to ground, after 96 Alpha. Turkish 801 heavy, number 3 right, settle and make it at the end. 3 right, make it at time, 36 go.
Alpha 9, 60 Alpha, visual 3 left.
Roger, November 96 to Lima Alpha, runway 3 left, settle.